this video we're going to go and do a really cool little shoot. We've borrowed this 1960s Jag. I've come out with my mate Deano, who's going to dress up as a sort of late 60s, early 70s gangster. And we've got our 1980s Nikon FG. We're going to shoot some really cool shots in the Cotswolds with some Portra 160 film. We were going to do a shoot on a Nikon FG, but camera's locked up. And I'm going to go back and get the Pentax. We've got all the things ready. The thing ran out of batteries and I don't have a spare. And if a Nikon runs out of batteries, you can only activate the shutter at M90. Whereas you take this, the battery's been dead on this for years. We're going to shoot on this. I also threw the Hasselblad in the back, just because.
I think I might have the unenviable distinction of never actually owning a Nikon which has lasted me more than about 30 rolls of film, all of which the shutters have failed. I was a little bit worried that the Nikon FG had done the same thing. Now, the FG is an interesting camera in the sense that it doesn't have an electromechanical shutter, it's got a fully electronic focal plane shutter. Whereas with the Pentax, the only thing that's electronic is the light meter.
I really didn't mean to make a video where I pit the Pentax against the FG. I don't think that's really fair. One is a 1960s battle tank, the other one is a far more refined 1980s camera. But the battle tank's still working. What's your gangster character? Yeah.
What, Rascal?
Is it Rascal?
The Rascal.
What does he do?
Kidnaps people.
He kidnaps people?
Yeah.
That's just anecdotal experience though. There are plenty of people with stuck mirrors on their Pentaxes. Just as many as not working shutters on their Nikons. Finding working with actors more satisfying than models because actors can bring a greater depth and a sense of narrative and character to an image that models just don't seem to do.
I broke the car.
The Great Gatsby. They call me the Bugatti.
Bugatti.
When I threw the Pentax in the car, I wasn't expecting to use it, so it just had the lens that was on it, which was Super Takumar 55mm, which wasn't wide enough for the pictures that I had in my head. So I had to pull out the big guns.
I just happen to have this. I'm just doing a couple of rolls on this, and this has got a 50mm lens, which is equivalent to about a 25 on 35mm, which means that I can actually get the shot of the scene that I wanted in the first place.
There is really no comparison between a 35mm camera and a medium format Hasselblad camera. The pictures are completely different, so this is in no way a comparison between the two. It's just me putting the shoot first before the equipment I'm using. Having said that, I'm using two backs on the Hasselblad. One is the A12 back, which gives me 12 6x6 shots, and one's an A16 back that I'd never used before that gives me 16 4x6 shots. And you can see the A16 back is leaking light a little bit. If you're going to work with old cameras, sometimes they're going to go wrong. The important thing though is to have a backup camera and to maybe deal with it with a bit more grace than I did on this occasion.
I've shot 2 rolls of film on the Hasselblad and we've got some really nice pictures. So although we didn't get what we came out here for, which was to do a nice little review about a piece of kit, we've come out and we've done some really nice work. So it just goes to show the best camera you have is one that works. Speaking of one that works, I've got to get this open. There it goes. So if you like this video, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one when I've retrieved that roll of film. You're just going to keep filming now, aren't you? Yeah.